Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fun-filled episode of Fangirlz Assemble. I'm Fariha. Joining me all the way from Kentucky, Kristan and Maddie. How are you both?
Hey, doing good.
Kristan was out last episode. How are you doing today?
So
Excited
much better. I was so sad to miss it because I heard there was a fan on the show. And that's awesome.
Like,
I'm so sad.
Brandon Montclair, he's a fan of the show, and he was gracious enough to join us even between his move and then talk to us about all Moon Girl and all things creative and stuff. So we would love to have him back. And he was also an editor for one of your favorite books, Sweet Tooth. So we talked about that a little bit. So we talked about you, good things. But also we are celebrating a birthday today. Whose birthday is it, Maddie?
Kristan's birthday.
Yay!
I mean, it was yesterday, but that's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It counts.
It was weekend.
We weren't on yesterday.
Yeah. And then
420,
And I got to see Kristan on her birthday weekend.
Yeah.
That was also a thing that happened. I don't care about that. I don't want to talk about it. I mean, people meeting up. I mean, I don't approve of this. You guys didn't get permission from me.
I mean, you should have went. Come on.
No one get you into murder podcasts.
Yeah, we've tried to get you into this podcast for a while. You need to start listening to it.
Well, I actually did start listening to it.
Did you?
Yeah, I think I listened to one episode, but I don't know why I stopped.
Did you like it?
I did.
Okay, we're talking about My Favorite Murder for anyone who didn't catch that. We were just like murder podcast.
Kristan and I got to go see My Favorite Murder live in Louisville, Kentucky on Friday. So it was one of the rare occurrences where even though Kristan and I live close, that we got to see each other, which was great.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good too. Like I got VIP, so I was third row. But I had the perfect position, I feel like, in the whole place to see Maddie, who was like first row balcony. So we just kept like waving and, it was fun.
Well, I got to go and meet G. Willow Wilson this week. So, not to take anyone's thunder.
I mean, it's not Karen and Georgia of My Favorite Murder, but it's fine. She's great too. It's fine. One day you'll care about that. One day you'll be like, I can't believe it.
No, the thing is it was really good. I was very jealous of you guys.
Oh, and by the way, everyone who's watching, I'm on my phone today, so I won't be in the chat. So if you say anything to me, I'm not going to see, but hi.
I'll let you know,
we're
Maddie.
moving, so next week I should have internet, and I can also maybe do a quick view next week of what my new comic book room, I might just complete only for comics comic book room looks like.
Ooh,
that's exciting.
So before we get started, where do we buy all these comic books?
That is InStockTrades.com.
Ooh, that's right. More about it.
Well, I got a gift card actually from my in-laws, and I'm so excited. What am I going to buy? I don't know, because there's so much good stuff, up to 50% off, free shipping after $50.
You could buy
our pick of the week.
The pick of the week?
The month?
What is our pick of the week, Kristan?
I can't remember the name. Does anybody?
Law of the Woods.
That's right. I was looking it up. And it is a cheap $9.89 for a hardcover. Guys, pick it up. We're going to talk about it later. It looks so cute and lovely. Check it out.
We literally picked that book by its cover. We have
literally
no idea what this is about. We saw, Kristan saw the book. It's like, it's like such a cute cover. And we're like, let's pick it.
Yeah. So this will be a fun mystery for everyone. I mean, it has good reviews. I did look up the reviews. People are like, it's great. I'm like, great.
Yeah, it looks pretty cute and stuff. So we're like, yeah, let's do this. So yeah, so everyone just pick it up, go blind buy it. Next week seems like a very slow week. I mean, I'm not seeing anything that I would like. I don't know what about you guys.
Backstagers Volume 3 is coming out from Boom Studios. That's a good series, so people can pick that up. There's a Despicable Deadpool hardcover. I don't know what that is. It sounds like Shenanigans, which everybody loves from Deadpool. So that's good. The new Firefly from Boom, first volume is coming out. That'll be good.
In that.
Yeah.
And I know that there's also a John Wick series coming out, which is a prequel to the John Wick movie. I am obsessed with John Wick.
I've
Like,
never seen it,
I haven't
oh
either.
my god,
I haven't either.
but I've heard good things. And I realize that Keanu Reeves isn't always a good actor, or maybe isn't at all, but I don't care and I love him. So
oh no,
I
no,
want to watch it anyways.
he is perfect in it because he doesn't have to talk. Like, he doesn't talk. He just he's like a Punisher-esque character who just goes around and murders people.
Does he grunt?
No, not even. Like,
Okay, that's
and
good.
then everyone gets a headshot. Like, oh my god, like everyone is just shot in the head, which is like, those poor henchmen. I worry for them. Like, they're just murdered. There's not even there's no coming back from that.
Well, Maddie and I like murder, so we'll have to check that out.
Yeah, exactly.
We're in.
Go check it out. The third movie is coming out in like June. Like, I can't wait. But anyway, so that's coming out. But next,
there's, Jessica Jones, the new original graphic novel by Kelly Thompson, is coming
Is that
out.
the Purple Daughter one?
Purple Daughter.
I've heard really good things about it.
It looks.
So I might go ahead and pick that up because I think my next order will be our pick of the week, and then kind of catching up on trades because I've been behind on my own collection. So
Me too.
I used to always make sure I got Wonder Woman when it came out, but I'm actually 2 trades behind now, which isn't a big issue because now I can I have a lot to read in one go. So I want to catch up on Wonder Woman, and I want to pick up Catwoman by Joelle Jones because that came out and I haven't picked it up yet, and I'm really excited. I said by Joelle Jones. It's the art's Joelle Jones. So that's what I focus on.
And Spire.
No, it's not.
So I really want to pick that up. Yes. Oh,
You're talking about this one?
it looks so beautiful, and also, I guess so. I feel like I'm hearing rumblings in the DC universe that Tom King may be rectifying his mistake of Batman number 50. So
It's not actually rectifying. That was the plan.
well, yeah, and I figured it would be. So I'm eager to buy some more Batman Deluxe editions and Detective Comics Deluxe editions and catch up on those too.
And also Shuri coming out as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Shuri. That's by, I can't say her name. Okafor, I think her last name. So that's coming out. But the thing is, since I got Marvel Unlimited, I don't want to buy trades anymore.
Yeah.
It's
Unstoppable
hard,
Wasp comes out too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. That one is coming out too. But the thing is, it's one of those situations. Like, now I got Marvel Unlimited. I don't want to buy trades.
I get that because that's how I feel about DC stuff. Because I can get all the new DC stuff on Hoopla.
And DC Universe now, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. So.
Unless it's like a trade, unless it's like what you call it, like a deluxe edition, or a hardcover. I don't feel like buying trades anymore.
And that's fair, but and I think one of the good things about Marvel Unlimited now, and what will be good about DC Universe is that you have a chance to read through everything. So for me, I bought trades just so I have a chance to read them. And now I can read through them first and figure out if I like it, and I'm reading it in a legal way, which is great. And then if I really like it and there's a hardcover, I know now to buy the hardcover first instead of dip my toes in a trade. So I'm pretty thankful for that, and it's easy. And if I need Marvel trades, I wait until I can go see Gem City.
Yeah.
And when they're at con, and then I pick up all of my skinny trades I need for Marvel at least. So I don't mind it too much, but yeah, it does make it difficult because then you read it, and it's like, oh yeah, I've read this. Do I want to buy it? I don't know. So it makes it a lot different than, I don't know. But I guess you do have the advantage of getting something more current if you're going to buy a trade or a hardcover.
The only trade I'm buying from Marvel now is Immortal Hulk because that's my jam, and also Magnificent Miss Marvel when it comes out in trade.
Yeah, it's looking really good.
It
I can help with the art and stuff.
And the thing is, she gets a new armor now. I don't know what that means. I don't like it. I mean, no, I like the armor. I really like the armor, but it really feels like G. Willow Wilson is done. It's literally we're moving on from that.
Yeah.
It's very sad. You guys.
I know.
But anyway. All right. So, what are we talking about today?
Dr. Aphra.
Yay! So, Kristan, start us out with
Well,
Aphra.
I also read, before I read Dr. Aphra, the Vader Omnibus, which is gorgeous. Yay.
So, okay, real quick. Like, I know we kind of talked about this in the chat, but people who are just joining, who maybe read Dr. Aphra along with us to get ready, or maybe didn't, or whatever. I only read this. This is my only Star Wars comic I've ever read. So I don't know, like, I know she's introduced earlier, obviously, because it would be weird that she knew everybody and was just like, what's up? I have my own series. But, like, what is the recommended reading before getting into this?
Read Dr. Vader.
That would be Darth Vader Omnibus. Which
Dr. Vader.
all of them.
Dr. Vader.
Dr. Vader.
Dr. Vader.
Read Darth Vader Omnibus.
Yep.
Literally, read Darth Vader Omnibus. Then there is also Rebel Jail, which happens in the Star Wars. That's how she knows Sana. Like, she knows Sana from before. But
Right.
Rebel Jail is when she knows. That was like a one kick-ass 4-issue, like the best 4-issue ever, including Princess Leia, Sana Starros, and Dr. Aphra.
Princess Leia was great, yeah.
3 of them just do a prison break. Well, they try to put her in the prison, and then she breaks out of it. And anyway, it was amazing. So it's Darth Vader.
Dr. Vader.
Yeah, Gillen's Darth Vader. Then that 4-issue from the start, Jason Aaron's Star Wars, which I don't remember the numbers. I think it's like 31 to 34 or something along that line.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, it's called Rebel Jail. That's the story arc. And then just stop. Seriously, stop. Like, you don't need to read her around.
Well, clearly your opinion is out there now.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah, I shouldn't have spoilers out.
Deal. I will say, 100% Darth Vader, this omnibus is worth every penny that you're going to spend on it. I loved everything about it, and I never, like, because you guys know I'm the Star Wars nerd amongst us, and I never cared about Darth Vader. It's fine, whatever, but people are Vader obsessed. I was never that. Back in the, like, when I was a kid, it was Princess Leia. Like, I loved Princess Leia.
Yeah,
I loved Han Solo. Of course. So I never really cared, but I have to say, all of the, like, flashbacks to the, like, all the prequels everyone hated. Back when he was Anakin, like, that got me good. That's the stuff I cared about. I was like, ooh, yes. Like, I loved that. So, and I'm just going to agree with Fariha, because I read this. I was like, this is so good. I'm so excited. This is great. And then I went to her series and I'm like, what is this? Like, I don't care about this at all. Now, I still love the droids, because I loved triple zero and BT. Was it BT?
BT, yeah.
They were wonderful. So they were still wonderful in her series. Not as wonderful, but still wonderful. But I didn't care at all. I felt like it was fine. I was like, okay, I read this. So, Maddie, I'm curious what you think.
Yeah.
You didn't have that background.
So, what did you think, Maddie?
Oh, I really liked it.
Well, good. That's good.
Here's my Star Wars background for everybody real quick, okay? I have never read a Star Wars comic. This is my first one ever. I have seen, like, episode 1 and 2. Maybe I've seen 3, but it feels like a fever dream. I don't know if it even happened. And I've seen episode 4 and 7, 8, and Rogue One, and I fell asleep through Han Solo. So there's my, like, here you go. And then these are recent, like, with the exception of episode 1 and 2 that I saw when I was younger, everything else is recent. So I lived the shame of, like, never having watched episode 4, 5, and 6, right? So there you go. That's what I've got. But I jumped into this, and honestly, like, I really enjoyed it. I do agree that there could have been more. And I don't think this is, and even though I did enjoy it, there's obviously things that are lost on me because I have no connection to the lingo or the terms or anything. But I don't think that attracted too much my overall experience. I didn't leave it thinking, oh my gosh, this is it. Oh, wow, this is amazing. But I thought it was a great read. I liked going through it. I like her. I like to see her do more stuff, but maybe less of, like, her arc with her dad was cool, but at the same time I was like, I don't have any connection to this lore, so I'm not like, ooh, this is neat.
see.
I love those droids. I
Yeah, they're
love
great.
I love the Wookiee. Even though I wish there was more. Honestly, I think this would be a really good cartoon or show or movie or something. I think she'd be really interesting, and I'd like to see that happen with her.
Cartoon would be super cool.
I think it would lend itself better
Yeah.
to like a show or a movie, personally. Not that it wasn't good in comic format. I just feel like her kind of story and her kind of character would be fuck. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I thought my camera turned off.
It did.
Sorry, guys. Shit, you guys. How do I fix this here?
Well, we can hear you.
Well,
I hear you,
wait,
and that's
I'm here.
Oh, there.
We're good. Sorry, I'm on my phone, so like the battery's getting low. I'll have to move it over. I have better light here. Anyways, so yeah, I liked it, and and honestly, I really liked running into Han and Leia and Luke because I wasn't that into. Sorry, I wasn't that into episode 4. It was cool, I guess, but I don't have any nostalgia related to it or them. And I was like, wow, these are. I'm connecting with them in comic book form in a way that I didn't connect with them in the movies. So I want to read more now. And I was like, that's weird coming from me to be like, I want to read Star Wars comics. But I do.
So you know, it's funny you're saying this. I think it kind of makes sense. You know, Free, I'd like to know what you think about this, but like, because we read something that, you know, we both thought was so good. And then we went to something that maybe was fine, but it wasn't as good. So you coming in and like reading that and not having something that was just like, yeah, like you didn't already have your expectations up here.
And I think that helped.
Yeah, I think that helped.
I don't know if I'd had the same experience if I had read that first, which happens all the time in comic books.
Mm-hmm.
You read something that's so good and you read something after that, you know, trying to fill that void or continue a story or whatever. And if it's just okay.
So the thing is, like,
my
problem with this one is like it was the same author. It's the same dumb author.
That was confusing for me too. I kept thinking, who's writing this? Oh,
it's his creation. Dr. Aphra is not a Star Wars canon, like movie canon. She was created by Kieran Gillen for comics, and it was the same author. How, like, was he hit in the head? Like, so my, like, you know, just jumping off from what Maddie was saying, that my experience from Star Wars, I watched Star Wars as an adult, and as such, like, Rogue One was my first Star Wars movie, which I enjoyed. Then I went and watched. I'm like, oh, I really like this. Then I slept through 4, 5, and 6. I literally slept through them. I could not deal with it. I could not deal with the bad acting. I can't believe Mark Hamill came so far, like, you know, in his acting ability. Like, I couldn't deal with it. I'm like, oh my God, Joker, please. Like, you know, please act. Like, you know, so I had a very negative reaction to Star Wars. And then after that, I didn't even go back to 1, 2, and 3. I'm like, screw that. I'm one of those person, I don't care for a villain getting a backstory. I really don't care for it. So coming from that, I loved every single panel of every single Star Wars comic I read so far. Like, I read Star Wars by Jason Aaron. I read Gillen's Darth Vader. I read every single issue of Dr. Aphra. Like, you know, I read all of it. And I also read, like, you know, Leia's story, like all of this. And I am connecting so much more through this comic with this character than through the movies. Like, I'm like, what the hell was those? Like, you know, who were those people in the movies? And like with Dr. Aphra, like, she was such a badass in Gillen's Vader run, and she was like a sociopath, a psychopath, and then in her own run, they turned her into some like softy, like, oh, all of a sudden now I care. Like, I was like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I did not care for that. And the thing is, she got worse and worse in her own run after that, which was even horrible. Like, it was so bad. Ugh. Like, you know, the more I think about it, the more I hate it. Anyway, I'm done. What do you guys have to say?
I mean, I still liked it, but it was not on the same level.
Right? Like, you know, like the thing is, like, you know, how she comes back to save Luke, like, you know, like, oh yeah, because, and then the whole thing, like, you know, 000 was later telling her that, oh yeah, like, you know, you feel bad because you two have the same upbringing, but, you know, wanted her to say fuck off. Like, you know, I wanted her to say whatever. That's not who I am. I am who I am. I need to own, like, you know, I own this, because that's who she was in Vader Run.
Well, I think you can argue that at like the end of the Vader Run, which I won't spoil, but it changed her as a person. So you weren't going to have the same person because of what happened.
But she's a sociopath, though. Sociopaths don't change.
Yeah.
They don't change. They don't change normally like we do. Like, that's my thing. I'm like, so was she ever a sociopath, or she was acting tough then?
Well, you could say that about Vader too, but he's still caring about things.
I think he was always a sociopath. Like, no, I don't think he cares. He doesn't care for the same reasons anymore. Like, he cares.
Always. If you've seen episode 1, he wasn't always.
Well, I know, but the thing is, like, in the comic, because of all the older comics that I'm reading, with him in it, he always had a weird thing about him. Like, he had that always in him. Like, he was just holding it back, and then by episode 3, let it go. Like, you know, he just let it all go. Like, that's what I get the feeling from him. And that same feeling I got from Aphra as well, that she was always like, you know, she's like a badass, and then, you know, kind of holding it, like, you know, she's, you know, but now after seeing that, I was like, oh, you were just pretending. You were not actually a sociopath. Like, you know, you were just pretending. I don't know. Whatever.
So is her series continuing?
Yes.
Okay. Because I want to read more.
Yeah. No, go for it. And read more.
On Marvel Unlimited.
Yeah, it's all of them.
And I think I'll jump into the other Star Wars comics also.
Yeah. So her story is continuing by Cy Spurrier. I think who's writing it. And it just gets worse and worse and worse. Like, at the end of it, she becomes Han Solo. Like, she's like a lady Han Solo. And I'm like, oh, what's the point? I already have Han Solo. I don't need that character here. But anyway, so that's what's my reaction to that. So, what do you think of the art?
I liked it. I love the covers. I like the art a lot. The only times it felt really weird, and I think maybe that's always something hard people do, like that having to be hyper realistic when you're doing comic characters that look like actors or from a movie. I don't mind, it looks nice, but it can be jarring all of a sudden when that wasn't the case. So when you have, you know, like when Han shows up, or Luke, or whoever, and then you're like, whoa, okay. But you're not used to, you know, it's not like Dr. Aphra was drawn that way before that, you know? So it just feels very jarring whenever they show up. And I don't know, it throws me off. But honestly, overall, I really like it. I really like the art. I didn't mind the changes. It did weird me out at first when we changed from whatever artist was doing most of it, and then we switched to the Screaming Citadel portion, just because she looked so different and so anime. But I really liked it, and I love those covers. I liked the art at the beginning the most, though. Mm-hmm. So I did miss that a lot, because I like the more cartoonish feel. She felt a little more rough. I feel like she had more personality. And then in the art later, she just looked like, I'm pretty. Which isn't a bad thing, but that's... I'd grown to really appreciate and love the Dr. Aphra art earlier, where she just seems like a snot-nosed kid almost, which I liked. I don't know, what about you guys? I'm getting some other faces, so I feel like...
I think my issue is going from the Vader to her run. This gorgeous Salvador LaRocca art is not what we got in Dr. Aphra. So, like, you know, it's hard not to compare. I mean, this whole thing, it's beautiful, and that's just not what's in there. So, I mean, it was probably fine. It's probably fine, but I couldn't help but miss this gorgeous Salvador LaRocca art that I love.
Like, I mean, come on, like the cape and everything. Oh, like that LaRocca art was just... But the thing is, my thing was, though, even in LaRocca's art as well, like in that original art as well, it took them a while to turn her Asian. Like, she was Asian for a long time until all of a sudden she became Asian. Like, I noticed that, like, you know, did you pick up that she's Asian?
Yeah, but I mean,
later.
Early on, that's pretty good.
Oh, okay, there we go.
My fingers all over it.
I don't know, because at times I felt like I'm like, she's Asian. I was like, wow.
I think that's something I already knew though, so maybe that clouded my looking at it. You know what I mean? Like I think I already knew that.
But see, here's the thing, I didn't. So I was looking up, I was looking up reading order, like after I was done with Vader run, I was looking up like, is there something else I should be reading with her and stuff like that. And then I was like, whoa, she's Asian? What? And then I actually went back. I'm like, what do you know? She is. So I was like, okay, interesting. Because I don't know how in Star Wars universe, like, is Arc a thing in Star Wars? Kristan?
Is what a thing?
Our world, our Earth, is that a thing?
No, I don't think so.
But human is a thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So
it is very like, I mean, very. It's diverse, and like you'll hear different accents, and you know.
Okay, no, but it's not that. How in Marvel universe that humans are all from Earth. It's not.
Yeah, Earth is never mentioned.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I was like, "What?"
Don't correct me. Like, you don't remember Earth? I don't. So I don't think so.
No, I mean, I've asked someone else as well, and they also said like Earth. I don't know. But anyway, the thing is though, one thing for sure though, once I started reading this, now I can't stop reading Star Wars stuff. Like I have gone through and pretty much read like everything that was there since Marvel started. So I'm actually now planning on going back to Marvel Unlimited and reading all the other stuff that Dark Horse did, which are now also available in Marvel Unlimited. So it's like, it's so interesting. Oh my God. And then also like, if you liked this Darth Vader run, Kristan, I recommend, and Maddie as well, I recommend Soul's run, which is from episode 3 to episode 4.
I was going to start that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's even, you're like, whoa, you need to calm down. You think like here he finds a new, he realized that, he has a son. He now all of a sudden he has a different drive, right? Over there, he didn't have any drive. Like he was like, I don't care. I just want to be a murder machine. So it was like, oh God. Still pretty sexy though, but stop. But anyway. So what are we thinking? What rating are we giving it?
I don't know if I always, sometimes I like doing rating system and sometimes I don't. Because there's some series and books I read that I enjoy. Like I enjoy this, but it's not a complete thing. So it's hard to give a rating. And then I'm also like, again, I wasn't like, this is the end all be all. And I usually rate things, but I'm either like at a, I enjoyed it, or yes, this is it. Like I don't have any in between, or I hated it with it, like Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. But
yes,
I don't know. Like it's.
I mean, would you recommend it to
6
people?
or 7 out of 10? I think it's good. Yeah, I don't think I would like go out of my way to recommend it. I still enjoyed it. I think and it made me want to read more. So yeah, I guess I would recommend it to somebody if they were like, hey, I want to read. And again, I haven't read anything else, so I would be like, yeah, it seems really cool. And I think if I had read Princess Leia, I'd probably recommend that over, because from what I've heard, that's a really good run. So if somebody was asking for like, hey, what's a good female-led Star Wars book, if I had read Leia, I'd probably recommend that one over this. But I like it. It's cool.
The Leia one is only 5 issues.
Oh.
And not much going on. Like I would recommend this over Leia.
This over that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly liked it. I recommend it.
Okay. Kristan, where are you falling in?
I think if somebody asked me what I thought about it, I'd be like, you should probably read Vader first. And then if you're still interested, go to her. Just know it's not on the same level. So it was it felt middle of the road for me, again, after reading such a brilliant Vader series.
I'm completely with you on that. And to be honest, I'll go as far as saying that don't. But the thing is that I would definitely recommend reading Dr. Vader.
Dr. Vader.
Darth Vader and the Rebel Jail story arc in Star Wars, like, Jason Aaron Star Wars, like if both of them together. And if you're truly interested, like in Dr. Aphra, read the one that, this one, and then but know that it doesn't get better. Because I read up to like issue 26, I think, and it's just spiraling down. I'm like, please stop. Like, and it's because I read it all over a weekend, like, all back to back, like no stop. It hurt even more because it's like, oh my God, it was so good. Why? Like, so, I mean, that would be my thing. As a matter of fact, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, ugh. So I mean, this, like, and I talked about it in my original review in the group, that we don't have a lot of lady sociopaths, like, lady sociopaths in literature. Like, everyone is like, all of a sudden becomes like, oh, they cared at the end. Like, there is no one that you could like, oh my God, what's wrong with you? Like, especially with like, in Sandman, Neil Gaiman kind of talk about it, that the women has 3 things. Like, they can either be a slut, a mother, or a old wise person. Like, there is nothing in the middle, like, it feels like. And I wanted that from her. I wanted her to be like that ultra badass, don't care sociopath. And wasn't it? They softened her. They softened her up. They declawed her. Like, I was like, oh, come on now. No. Oh. So anyway, Kristan, I heard that a little birdie told me that you got a lot of gifts.
I got some stuff for my birthday yesterday. We went out town Friday and we hit up some Ollie's and some comic shops, some half-price books. So I'll show you some of that. Let's do figures first. You guys know I love Goose, and I have the Goose Pop, right? Well, this is actually a birthday present of myself because I had to. Watch out, Captain Marvel spoiler, but I had to get
Good.
I mean, how great is that? And glows in the dark. Come on.
That's
my
cute.
God.
I want one so bad.
It's so good. I love it.
That's a chase though, right?
No, it's just another one they came out with that glows in the dark.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a chase. It's weird. I thought it would be too, but no. Let's see. Then my parents got me this Uncle Scrooge figure because it's adorable and I love it. And then I found this at a comic shop and I had to have it because I used to have a lot. It's probably in my parents' attic. Probably all of them I used to have. But the really old Buffy figures from back in the day, this comic shop had a Willow. And it's lovely because, I don't know if you can see it with the glare, but she has a backpack and a really old laptop. And like, it's so ridiculous that I had to have it.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Are you going to take it out of the box?
I don't know. I usually do. But it looks good in here. I don't know. I'll think about it, maybe.
She can't breathe in that box.
I know. I usually do take things out, so I don't know. We'll see.
She's suffocating in there.
Yeah, I don't want her to die. So you've convinced me. I'm taking it out. Reed got me these cute Katie O'Neill enamel pins. Oh, look how adorable. So there's that one, and then there's this tea dragon. Oh, so cute. Like cute stuff.
Reed.
I know, right? Let's see. And then I got these at Ollie's. This is called Jam. It is about it's an anthology about roller derby that Oni Press came out with. Jim Rugg, who did like Street Angel, he did his story in here, and I like him. There's random art, like there's really cartoony art. I don't know. It looks fun, and Ollie's, it was dirt cheap, so I had to get that.
Let me know if it kind of falls under that other book that we don't like. I forgot that. Remember that book that we both were like, what the hell is this?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll let you know.
Yeah, I forgot.
I forget too, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So just, let me know, like, in terms of like, is it kind of falls under that everything is so too cute category, or there is actually something to it?
Yeah. Why can't I think of that book name? Crystal Fighters?
That's right.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. This cover's pretty bloody. I don't know if it's going to be that cute. I mean,
just like,
you know,
you
maybe
never
some
know.
stories.
Never know that, at the end they might actually be like, oh no, let's cleanse each other's blood, and we're like, what the hell is going on?
What are we reading? I took that to second in Charles, so
Oh god.
I had to. I'm slowly collecting these complete collections of Ultimate X-Men. There was one at Ollie's, so I'm only missing one now, I think. This is volume 5. I think there's only 5. Watch there be like a million. There's more, guys. I don't know anything, but I'm missing one.
So have you read this Ultimate X-Men?
I read some of it back when I was a teenager. So I don't remember much of it. I know it's not supposed to be great. I don't care. I'm gonna read it.
Oh, I read them as an adult. That Ultimate Universe. Oof. Like entirety of it.
I mean, I loved Spider-Man. Which is the one that people like, right?
Yeah, I did too. Until it was like, oh my god, this is repetitive. I shouldn't be reading this over a weekend.
I don't even think I finished it, but I did love what I read.
I read entire Ultimate Marvel in 2 weeks. Entirety, front.
It's too fast. It's too.
Yes, I know, and I hate it. So I can't even recommend people anything about it, because it's like, do I hate it because I just that's all I read and everyone was so mean in it that I hated everyone, or what was it? Because I'm like, this is not anyone I love. What is this? But anyway, sorry.
So I got some floppies, guys. It's getting weird, right?
Ooh.
I had to pick up. There's some. I don't know if you've seen them. They came out with some cat variants of some recent Marvel titles, like several weeks ago, I want to say. You see, this is the Wolverine one. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Those are so cute.
You should look them up if you can't see this, but it's so good.
Oh my god! Who's doing them?
I don't even know. I don't know. I haven't opened it yet. I don't know. Whoever it is, they're great. And then I had to get this one too, which has Groot being used as a scratching post. I couldn't handle it. I was like, these are the best.
And there's no bubbles, just
yeah.
Just
a cute little cat story on the cover. I was like, I need these. So I love that. Oh, it's so good. And then, of course, I had to get Buffy #4. Picked up 2 of the variants because I couldn't pick, because that's me. So
I love that
Xander one. I love the Xander one. And then, Once More the Feeling.
I didn't know there was that variant.
Yeah. I don't know why, but yeah.
Oh I've got to have it. Oh,
which is the cover of the Mondo record that just came out, which I also have. If you don't have it, you should get it because it's lovely.
I want to. I don't have a record player, but I feel like I want to get a record player just for that.
You should.
Do you think they'll sell out?
I mean, they're still in stock right now, so I don't know.
I'm wondering. I'm trying to see if I can put it off until my birthday.
The variants will know.
And then just do it then.
And then of course I got Angel #0.
Yes.
Which I haven't. No, I haven't. I should. I haven't been home, but I plan to tonight. I'm gonna do that tonight.
Tell me how it is, because I need to get my copy at A+, but I've been busy.
Yeah, and for anyone who wondered about the stupid variant that came out that was one per comic shop, what's happening is they're all taking it and they're upcharging it a whole lot. So I did not pick that up because it was not worth my $30. Not at all.
By the way, the cat variant was by Now Fuji.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so that's he's like a Japanese artist. So
that's awesome. I love them.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if he did any manga. Like, what's his origin story?
Yeah.
Figure out. But anyway.
I also picked this up at Ollie's, which I've stared at for a long time in the kids section, guys, but I don't care, which is a big comics treasury of Pixar comics. I mean, look at how chunky. It was a whopping $3. I had to have it. Look at how cute. It's so cute. But yeah, it's just random Pixar stories. And there are so many, and it's so big that I had to have it. So got that. I was missing like one Punch Man volume, so I found that for cheap. Hollow Fields, the complete series. This looks fun. That's all. I was just like, this looks fun. I need this. It's chunky. So I got that. Brick. This was also at Ollie's. Reed and I have been staring at this for a long time. So we were like, oh, let's get this. Like, we like the art. It looks good. I don't know. Is it? Who knows? It's Ollie's money. It's cheap. I did pick up I picked up an Angel book that Maddie's going to tell me I don't need because it's in something else. Because that's what happens, right? No, but I had the single issues of Smile Time, and I decided, oh, this hardcover is cheap. I need it. So I got it.
Yeah, I don't think that's collected anything else. I think you made a good decision.
I think I'm good here. I don't know if I'm good here, which is volume 1 of a Spike series that I had volume 2 of. And I'm like, watch it be in something else.
Ooh, okay.
That's probably in
no,
something else.
it's look through that for me and see if it matches what's in. Do you have Spike the complete series?
Yeah, I wondered if that's what it was in or not.
Through because I've been confused with it because on In Stock Trades they have that hardcover you picked up, and I have a really hard time placing it.
Okay, hold on, I'm looking because I was like, if I have it, that's what it's going to be in, isn't it? Okay, I think it's the same.
Yeah.
I think it's the same. Well, now I just have 2 hardcovers.
It's really pretty.
They are nice. And I already had the first one, so I was like, well, let's just I already had the second one.
And my Spike the complete series is a trade.
Yeah, mine is too.
Yeah, so honestly, like I think if you had the option to have a couple different nice hardcover,
Yeah, I know. I knew it. I was like, I'm gonna have this, but I'm gonna get it. And it was cheap, so I'm not out too much. Whatever. Yeah, also, Reed bought it. It's not my money. It's fine.
It's Reed's money.
It's Reed's money. Don't worry about it. I got volume 1 of Daredevil by Mark Waid.
Ooh, good.
Ooh. I know you guys like that.
That's amazing. That's a really good run.
Something happening under here? Is this cute? Is it not cute? That's kind of cute. That's kind of cute. I like
Another
that.
Beautiful cover hidden by a dust jacket.
I know, right? Like, this cover's not great. Why is it hiding the great thing?
Every time.
And the thing is, like, I actually downgraded. Now it feels like a downgrade from those oversized hardcover to a omnibus, because the omnibus is not that.
And I wondered about that. I was like, well, I could get this. It was a decent price, cheaper than In Stock Trades. Like, or I could get the omnibus. But then I was like, should I? Because they are the smaller ones. It's kind of like with Miss Marvel. Like, I'd like to get those sometime, but I don't want the omnibus. Because I'm like,
the smaller route.
Yeah.
Well, and you think about too, like, what's easier to read? Like, omnibuses are really cool to have, but at some point, sometimes omnibuses are a little too big. Like, DC Deluxe editions it's the perfect size to read, and then you bring out like an omnibus, and like, man, this is a little big.
Yeah, totally.
I honestly don't know who does DC omnibuses, because what the hell are those? Like, some of them
are obscene.
That's why they're discontinuing all of it.
Yeah, that's true. But I think but Aquaman one and the Super Sons one that we talked about are both.
Yeah, those are good size.
Those are good size. But
then you have Infinite Crisis.
What? Yeah. What the hell? It's a crisis. It's a crisis on my chest to put them like this and try to read them. It's a crisis to hold those books.
Crisis in my hands.
It's a crisis on my hand. Anyway, guys, what's up? All right, what else you got, Kristan?
All right, I got the Han Solo oversized hardcover.
Ooh,
nice.
Have you read that, Fariha?
I have not, and guess what? It's written by Marjorie Liu, who wrote.
I was gonna say.
Oh, that's probably really good then.
Yeah, it was super on sale, so I was like, cool.
Yeah, so the thing is, like, I know that half of it are from Jason Aaron's run, and the other half is his solo run. Like, haha. But it's by Marjorie Liu.
Why do we think that's so funny too? We're like, great.
I love puns.
No, it's good. It's good.
No, I mean, it was his solo run.
Really good.
Guys, I'm really proud of it. Let me have this. All right.
So my dad recently got the Absolute Scarlet, and he had this one little hardcover that came out on Icon. And I was like, hey, what are you gonna do with that hardcover? What are you gonna do with it? And he's like, you want it? And I was like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. So that's fine. So it wasn't really a present. It was me being like, you should give me that.
I mean, it's perfectly. Hey, if anyone upgraded, you should give me your hardcover too.
I mean, yeah. Also, I convinced him to upgrade, so I feel like I had to have it, right?
By the way,
you need this.
so Icon used to be owned.
By Marvel.
Yeah, used to be owned by Marvel. So are these still in Marvel Unlimited or no?
I doubt it.
Or Bendis?
I doubt it because DC took over Scarlet. So
interesting.
Okay. Yeah, it's weird. I got Cheese Sweet Home, the next volume, which I love so much. Guys, it's so cute.
So good.
It's so good. These are gifts from my parents because I went over there today and they gave me things. Rocko's Modern Life Volume 2. I am hyping this book so hard because if you guys like this series at all, it is just so funny and so good. And it's like you're watching episodes, except it's set in modern times, which is just so fun because it's like things are happening and they have to deal with it in modern times. So that's great. Also, Rugrats Volume 2, also great, also set in modern times. There's like drones and stuff. They're scared of them. They think they're birds. It's great, guys. And the art's really fun. And Box Brown wrote it. And he's great. Yeah, it's so good. So if you want fun nostalgia, I mean, pick them both up. They're awesome.
Who publishes them?
Boom.
Oh.
Yeah, Boom's got the good stuff. They're getting all the 90s stuff. And setting them in modern times. It's their thing. It's working. I've been missing this for a long time. Uncanny X-Men Volume 2 by Bendis. People trash Bendis' X-Men run. I don't care. I'm going to read this. Also, it's chunky, and I like that. So, looking forward to that. And finally, Reed got me Bad Machinery Volume 1 and 2. These are, like, really nice hardcovers. Everything else I have, I was missing the first 2 volumes. I don't know why. But this is, like, a seal. They're, like, school kids. So... And they're both like that. And these are so, like, wide. I don't know if you can tell. They're so wide that it's, like, hard to hold. The other ones that I have, which are paperback, like, that's a regular trade. It's bizarrely shaped. And these are so nice because they're not flopping around. I can open it and have a good time. Like, it's great. So, I have that one and Volume 2.
That's a very interesting, size to go for.
It's weird.
Do you think the story actually works that way? Or it's just a gimmick?
I think it works that way. I mean, it started as a webcomic. And it's kind of it's kind of comic strippy, but maybe that was an easy size for, I don't know. I don't know things about things. It works. I don't know it works. I will say, though, with the last volume of Bad Machinery, if anyone is following it, they went to regular trades. So he did change it, and I don't know if people were like outraged and they were like, we can't hold this bizarre shape. I don't know. So maybe it didn't work. Maybe it was a gimmick and it didn't work. I don't know.
Bad Machinery.
Yeah. But that's what I got.
Nice. So what are you planning on getting with your $50 in-stock trades? Like how many dollars? I don't know the dollar about. I know that you got a gift card.
I was going to say, I don't think I said, but... Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to go with the Star Wars by Jason Aaron Omnibus. I realize it's on Marvel Unlimited, but I'm going to love it. I already know. I'm going to tell you right now. Spoiler.
If you love the movies,
I'm going to love it, yeah.
You're going to love it. And the thing is, like, the art actually is... So I got the oversized hardcovers for those. I didn't kind of go with the Omnis. So, and I loved that whole thing. Like, everything that's going on. And I was going to also suggest that, Wonder Woman by Brian Azzarello is coming. Mm-hmm. So that's coming in May 15. And the cover looks so amazing. Like, it's so simple cover. Maddie, did you see it?
Yeah, okay, so I have all those in trades. And I cannot decide if I should upgrade or if I should do the 2 absolutes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, I don't know, because it's if the omnibus, like, how thick is that going to be? Is that going to be worth it? I don't know. I feel like it's almost worth it to spend more money and get the 2 absolutes instead of getting, because those look really nice
Mm-hmm.
and they're a little easier to hold.
So a little known fact, well, it's not a little, it's not really, about me is like, if I got everything in one format, I can't go to a different format. So I got all my Wonder Woman thing in omnibus or like hardcover format. I can't do absolutes now.
Oh yeah.
It's like a real issue, guys.
Huh. Yeah, the other bummer though, and I think, and that's something I've dealt with, like, so with the DC and the New 52, when they release these omnibuses, a lot of these New 52 series, you know, they changed writers or whatever towards the end, and you have those different color trays. And so, like, when they release the omnibuses or absolutes, they don't include those runs. And it's like, okay, so now I have this, like, if I buy this hardcover, right? Do I get rid of, 1 through 6 of Wonder Woman or whatever, and then I'm left with like 7 and 8 these like random traits.
But the absolutes are the same though. Absolutes are only Azarello's run.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's weird. Like, so if I take those out and I get the absolutes of Azarello, then I'm left with like these weird random volumes of Wonder Woman on my shelf, and plus this omnibus. I don't know.
So what do you think about the art though? Because I haven't read it yet, so I can't.
You've read it?
I haven't read it.
Oh, okay. So it weirded me out at first. I didn't think I was gonna like it. The art. It's not my usual style for her. And I went into that after I'd read all that was out at that time for Wonder Woman Rebirth, and I had also read Greg Rucka's previous run of Wonder Woman. It grew on me really, really quickly. I think it's a really interesting, unique art, and I think it's a really cool story. It's a really good run. I think you'll like it.
Yeah, no, I'm actually waiting for the omnibus to come to read it. It's by Cliff Chiang, right?
Yeah.
What is that he did? Oh, he done Paper Girls. Okay.
Yeah, he's a Paper Girls. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think you'll like it. I'm interested to see how you take it.
No, I mean it's based on the movie. The movie's based on it, so I'm gonna like it.
Well, the movie's isn't it just based on regular Wonder Woman lore?
Yeah, but the whole being the half sister of Eris came from that. No?
I don't. Maybe I don't know. It's
never mind.
There's like Wonder Woman has a lot of just all that stuff going on, so it just depends.
So far, I don't think I ever.
It's very Ares heavy though, which is good. Like Ares is very interesting in this run. I think he's a very interesting character. Yeah. All the gods are really cool in that run.
Yeah, they shouldn't have lupined him in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's a Harry Potter reference, so Kristan doing that.
No, I got it.
What, you got it? All right. So, Maddie, do you have anything to show off?
Nope. I have spent all of my money on new stuff for my house for moving.
That's smart. That's just smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, too much money. So I'm like, do I buy comics? I can never buy comics again. Oh, I did buy 2. I bought 2 comics actually on impulse because I got my collection up. But I can just have Kristan grab hers because they're closer to her than mine are to me. I got Angel at the End.
Oh.
And I got Spike After the Fall. Which I can see. Yeah.
Yay.
So actually, currently my shop is organized like Kristan's is.
Oh, is it?
Because I put those on my Skinny Billy, so one shelf is all the Buffy stuff. And I also put like Willow and Giles in it, and the other shelf is Angel and Spike. So finally, it's my collection is pretty much complete, minus 2 trades, which is Angel Illyria, which is super out of print. I'm never going to find that, or if I do, I have to spend like $130, which is outrageous for a trade that has 4 issues in it.
I was going to say it's a mini-series, right? Yeah. You could get the comics still reasonable, I think.
Yeah, so I might just get the individual comics. and then just not worry about it. Because I do want to read it. And then there's one other thing too. I don't think it's Old Friends. I think it's something else. But it's an Illyria focused book. And then I should be pretty good as far as like post series Buffyverse.
Oh, so yours isn't full of double dips like mine.
No, but I like yours.
So
I think they're pretty. Like, because you've got the 3 hardcovers that go into Angel the End.
I know, which I didn't know until you even told me. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm stupid. I just
Well, I'll let you know when I start my read through, and we can read through it together and do a review.
Yeah.
Because I guess I don't know. Maybe after I go to China and I have some time, I'll sit down and like really just go through it, because I want to do. I wouldn't mind talking about it on here, and I'm also going to do like a nice video for our Near Mint that just really goes through it, because it's so hard to figure this out, and I'm always missing stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's good or like there needs to be a complete overview review of everything, and no one's done it.
The names of everything are like so different. Like with the Spike books, like they're so different. And I even like remember looking it up in the store, and I'm like, I can't figure out what's in this because the listings are so old. And there's maybe not enough information, and it's just like
there's really not a good list of exactly where to go with everything. So I'm gonna do it. You're welcome, world. I hope it's a good list. I don't know. We'll see. So we're trying to read through all of it and make sense of this mess of books. It's IDW and Dark Horse and now Boom. I mean, it's just the shit's everywhere.
Yeah, the rights going back and forth like really made it hard.
Oh gosh, yeah. So that's my summer goal, I guess, after I go to China. So we'll see.
Awesome.
And I guess I'll just read digitally while I'm gone, because
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show one more thing that I totally forgot. Just maybe Maddie will care, but I got this cool lithograph that they signed, which is lovely. Look at how cute it is. You see it?
I have the last tour one on my wall, so we can be twinsies.
Nice. That's all.
Alright. So for me, I haven't had a big haul in a long time, because I was just kind of buying things here and there, or because now I have Marvel Unlimited, I don't have to buy shit anymore. But can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So anyway, so today there was a 60% off sale on my local comic book store, so I went nuts. And
I'm so jealous of your comic store.
I am too.
It's
That's
not
just
fair.
That sounds amazing.
So listen, did I not invited you guys over like multiple time and said that
we'll get there
stay here
eventually?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, we will. And then you got to tell them during these dates when they're here, this is your sale date. Like you let them know that's when you have the sale.
I mean, I'm telling you. So yeah, so I kind of went nuts today. Like, like I had that whole Batman moment, let's get nuts kind of situation. So you guys talk about Buffy Library Edition all the time. So this is my Buffy.
Oh, nice.
So, I am obsessed with Avatar and Legend of Korra. I know I don't talk about it enough, but this is kind of like, they're doing this awesome library editions of the books that kind of continues on after. One of the interesting part about it, this is actually written by the series writers, which, wasn't the case for the Avatar, or I think like 3 out of the 5. But this one is actually by them, and it kind of takes off right after, right after the ending of her run. I recommend everyone to watch both of those series. Like, it's like speak of like character development, character arc.
Oh, so good.
You can't beat Korra. Like,
no.
It's just amazing. Like, everything that happens. So yeah,
and gay. Everybody's watching. Legend of Korra is such a big deal. I mean, not to spoil it. Fuck it. You should know. Gay. It's great.
You're so gay. Like, and the thing is, like, it's...
And no one saw it coming. I mean, no one.
It's perfect. And just look at this.
Oh,
look at this. Like, oh my God. It's so cute. It's, I'm looking forward to it. The art looks exactly like the movie, like the TV show. So I'm really looking forward to reading this. And yeah, so this is that.
Man, that's such a good deal. Oh.
It was a good deal. And then, Paper Girls Volume 2.
Nice. That's like shiny, right?
Did you know that it was shiny?
I heard it was
No.
shiny.
This is
Exciting.
shiny, you guys. And looks so terrible next to the other one, which is not shiny.
Which is just a pink spine. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
What's
like,
the spine?
what the hell? Like,
You
I
should-
have my. Hang on, let me grab that one. I should grab that one.
Yeah, show them together. Yeah, there's not much on that spine, the first one.
Like, I was like, sorry guys, I just got to see my PJ, but that's okay. It's better PJ than nothing. But anyway, just look at this. What the hell?
Yeah, that's weird.
This is so uncool. Image, I used to give you guys credit. I'm taking all the credit back. Like, this is
At least the font lines up, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
It
at
could be
least
worse.
that.
At least that lines up, yeah, I guess. But oh my god, it is jarring to look at in the thing. I wanted this to be like, either make them both shiny or this to be like I don't know, lavender or something. But this is just weird.
It's kind of weird.
I'm glad that we at least got this hardcover to begin with. And then this one, I mean, DC can now go and stop doing all their hardcovers for all I care, because I got volume 4 of Detective Comics. Like, Rebirth Detective Comics is one of the best. I mean, I didn't read a lot of Rebirth, but this is a consistently good Rebirth
I
series,
agree.
especially until James Tynion was there. I don't know how it is after that, but this completes Tynion's run. So I was so worried that this will get canceled. I'm happy that it's not. It's in my hand. Now, DC, you can go and stop doing all your other collected editions. I don't care. I got this. I'm just saying.
Cancel it all.
You cancel it all. I don't care. I got this. Because they already canceled Flash. And I'm
What?
like,
They canceled. I mean, the Flash Omnibus or the Flash Rebirth Deluxe?
Flash Rebirth Deluxe.
Oh, Maddie didn't know.
Well, here's the thing.
Oh.
Apparently it's an event. So it's possible that
Okay,
it's
that's
going to-
fair.
it's
They
going
could
to
be its own
the
thing, yeah.
spine blue anyway.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's gonna be like, I don't know, a neon color spine.
Did
with-
anyone ever figure out what the heck that is? Like, I don't understand.
I don't
what-
know.
My
Where's
shelf
the
looks
big-
ridiculous, Kristan, and I love Green Arrow, and they just did this to me.
I don't understand.
Oh,
And now, listen, okay, everything was, the white and blue was beautiful. They should have stuck with it. It makes your shelf so beautiful. And now they're like, we'll just make things orange and then red and then whatever
Orange?
color, because who cares?
where's the orange
Let's
one?
do a black spine on the trades, and the trades have gone batshit crazy. They don't even know what they're doing anymore. Yes, see that. Now they're doing this black. Oh, okay, which is
But look, there's a cat on the top.
yeah,
got
but
some-
like
So this is this
keep
is like
it
the other one.
consistent for at least a little bit more than that.
Guys, the art in it is so beautiful. I want to eat it. I literally do. No, it's true. I'm not kidding. Like, oh my god, this is like, just look at it. Just look at the eyes. Look at it.
So good. How do you feel about the paper change?
Oh, the paper. I don't know. I don't care actually much about the paper.
Yeah.
But it's like lighter.
Are the pages like thinner or something? What?
No,
They
it's
feel
more-
different,
it's
almost
matte.
newspapery.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's more newspapery, matte. But the thing is, like, matte.
Matte.
yeah.
Okay, matte.
You're just being fancy.
English is second language, you guys. But anyway, so I got this. And then I know you didn't like his art in Screaming Citadel, but I got this Old Man Hawkeye just because it has Marco Cicchetto's art. Like, I love his art. And, so I was not like, look at it. Just look at this sexy old Hawkeye. Old man Hawkeye. Everyone is the old man. He is not.
Is he sexy or just homeless?
The question we all ask ourselves.
It is. It probably is because it spins out of Old Man Hawk or Old Man Logan, right? So
Like serious, he's just homeless.
yeah, he's homeless. It's okay. You can be sexy and homeless.
That's a new shirt.
You know, that's a new shirt. And you can be both. You know, I mean, no shame in that. But the thing is, like, yeah. So, this spins out of Old Man Logan. So I have no idea what else happened. So I just got it because of the art. So there's that. Then this one, Avengers World, the complete. Look at this.
Ooh.
Look at the thickness of
Love
this.
it. Love it.
Yes.
What
So
a chunk.
This is spins out of Hickman's Avengers, like kind of like a 15-issue side story where they just go and do a mission, like, you know, whole bunch of Avengers. And yeah, so I've been looking forward to getting this a long time, and my friend Gabrielle Alyssa kind of talked about it all the time. So yeah, finally it's in my hand. So that. Now then, this too was kind of like, you know, a wild card pick. Unnatural by Mirka
Ooh, I'm dying to read it.
Andolfo. Mirka Andolfo.
I have no idea. But yeah, that's like the erotic one, right? I'm dying to read it.
Yes. And the thing is, like, I kind of, I was like looking through this. I'm like, whoa. Like, you know, and then, you know, I had the whole anime thing of like getting all red. I'm like, whoa.
You just nosebleed.
Yeah. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I still don't know what the hell is going on.
Please
but
tell me how you like it. I follow the artist on Instagram, and I've been I see when they post it, and the art looks really good, and I'm very curious.
Yeah, so the thing is, like, the next 4 issues, so each trade is 4 issues, which is kind of odd for Image trades. But the next, like, it finishes off in August. So I'm planning on reading it once all
they're done.
All of them are done. So the way the Image trades work, like, you know, as soon as the chunk is done, the trade comes out the next month. You know, there is no wait for it. So as of right now, all of them, like, you know, every issue has been solicited until July. So I'm expecting the trade to be solicited in August. So once that happens, I'm gonna read it. But some of the variant covers for this, I'm like, what the hell? Oh my god, this is too much. But, you know, I mean, it's one of those things. And then I also got this Sewell's Darth Vader run, you know. So it was one of those things, like, I read it in Marvel Unlimited. I loved it so much. I figured out that there's a hardcover for it. I'm like, I'm gonna go get it. So yeah, so it was one of those situations of like, read it, loved it. Now I got it in the hardcover. And look at this. I don't know where his legs are at, but look.
Oh, what's under the dust jacket?
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice. Oh yeah, that's awesome.
What is this? Ooh.
Yeah, that's good.
Look at that black cape. This man. But anyway, so that's that. I was very happy, like, you know. So I don't know when the volume 2 is going to come out, because the volume 2 is should finish this run. This was also 25 issues. So that's that. And then, Donny Cates' Doctor Strange.
Nice. Ooh, what's under there?
Ooh,
Make them all naked.
look at that. What the hell is this?
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, it's wraparound too. These wraparounds are good.
Ooh,
Nice.
Look at that.
It's good.
Yeah, and I haven't read anything bad by Donny Cates. So everything I read by him has been, like, you know, A+. So I am super duper excited for this. And I think, like, Mark Waid's run apparently begins at the last panel of this run. So I'm super duper excited for this. And now, this might be surprising. So as I said before, I went and met G. Willow Wilson this Wednesday. And then all of a sudden I became obsessed with Ms. Marvel all over again. So now I was almost as if I wasn't obsessed enough. So today, because all back issues was 80% off, I went and got myself a bunch of singles of Ms. Marvel.
Nice.
So it's some of the, some of my favorite.
That's a good cover. Yeah, I love that cover.
Yeah, so this was like, issue 5. This was actually written when they thought that this is going to be the last issue. So it was because of that, it was an interesting kind of point of view. Like, it was like kind of like finishing, and then she goes off to being continuity for it to be used. And then they came back and like, what are you talking about? You're going to be continuing forever now. So this is that. Then this is one that I really like, she looks badass in it. I don't think this issue has anything interesting, but it's like a badass cover. Look at this one.
Cute.
That's cute.
So this was like, I was like, oh, come on. Like, this is like perfect. Like, she's like, what the hell is going on? And she's like, yay. So that, and then this one. So this was a very significant because she had a very kind of like a traumatic event right just before this. So she kind of leaves Jersey City and goes on a journey, and kind of like, she goes back to Pakistan. So I thought that was a very a nice cover. So yeah, I got this for. There's like a whole bunch of other variant that I want now, but and
are you gonna put them all over your wall?
That's what I'm planning on doing, because now it introduced me to those nice looking.
That's what I do for my Wonder Wall, so it's worth it.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm actually thinking about doing that. I need to find a wall, because I have a lot of comic art that I get from people, and then also like you can see some of my photography kind of goes up, but I need to find a place to do this, and that's my plan is to do that actually, to have like
that'll be awesome.
Yeah, Miss Marvel wall. I'm just, I don't know. It's so good. But,
it's a new world. You're showing off singles.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know what happened. It's Maddie's fault, by the way. It's 100% Maddie's fault. But anyway, yeah. And also, G Willow is a fan of Buffy.
Ooh, I love her more.
Because she was saying like, yeah, I share the name with Bob. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, right. Her name is Willow. Like,
Also my cat.
Right. So, and it was just amazing to be even near in the same room with her. Like, I didn't want to leave, and in all my excitement, I forgot to invite her to the show. I feel bad now.
Well, you would just cry the whole time, right?
I did. I cried the whole time, and I told myself I'm not gonna do that. And then I got close to her. I'm like, oh my god!
You can't help it.
And then she held my hand. And I was like, oh god! And I also gave some stink eye to some kid on the queue as well, because she's like, I'm not Miss Marvel. I'm Miss So Do I. What's your point? Like,
You would fight a kid in line.
Huh?
You would be fighting kids in line.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm like, kids, like, what's their deal? I'm here to, talk to my favorite author. So yeah, that was really fun. She was so eloquent. I was like, oh my god, so good. But anyway, all right. What else?
That's it.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Time for me to get some more house stuff done before Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, episode 2. What do you think gonna happen, Maddie?
I just want more Brienne of Tarth. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not. Honestly, I like after last episode, Danny gotta die.
No.
You don't think?
No. I don't know. We'll see. We shouldn't talk spoilers here. I think when the season's done, we should do a review, but I think we gotta leave it.
That's true. All right. Well, next week, apparently some movies coming out. I don't know. Do you know?
Oh my gosh, you're right. I keep forgetting. That's like I just feel like it shouldn't be this soon.
Yeah, it like jumped up on us, I think.
Yeah, I'm saying like 5 p.m. So I already have to like work my time.
Yeah, except you who's counting down.
I have been counting down since like the moment I walked out of Infinity War. I can't believe that now the hours is in single digit. Like in double digit. I can't believe the hours are in double digit. I am like so counting down. Although I'm gonna say, if they show that Captain America got back to 1940s to live out his life with Peggy, I'm going to fucking kill someone.
I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10.
I'm gonna fucking kill someone because I hate that. Oh my god, no! Peggy had her own life. I don't want her. Please.
She'll still have her own life. She's not the type who's gonna be like, "Oh my god, you're back. Let's just be married and be happy." She's like, "Listen, I'm glad you're back. That's cool. I gotta go do badass stuff. Thanks."
Then what's the point? What's the point? Like, die, motherfucker. I would rather take that than that. But anyway, I don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen. But anyway, so we are gonna talk about that movie called Avengers Endgame next week, and yeah, then that's that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be back same time around 7 p.m. We're thinking.
Yeah, I think it's a good time. We can keep that up.
Okay, awesome. So we're gonna be back next week at 7 p.m. to talk about Avengers Endgame.
And go get our pick of the month on InStockTrades.com right now, our fabulous sponsor.
That's true.
And also get all the other books we hauled and talked about. Get them all. Just buy everything.
Buy everything. Spend your money, buy everything, InStockTrades.com. That should be their logo.
That should be pretty much it.
Anyway, all right. Good night, everyone. Bye.